So, you want to buy one of these scooters, but you don't know if you should get that type of scooter or not. This will depend on budget and other factors we will introduce into this video. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new Louie on Wheels. If you're a new person, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at a guide of how to buy an electric scooter for newbies. So, as you can see here, we have a lot of scooters, and let's start with the brands. Now, the brands are the biggest factor in this review. No, it's not a review, sorry, it's a guide, isn't it? It's a guide. So, basically, we need to know reliable guides of how this works. So, basically, there are basically three good brands. There's Segway, you got Xiaomi, and then you got InMotion Air, which is InMotion. I've rode an InMotion scooter for about 5 months. That was really good, so I recommend it. However, there are some brands that you do not want to buy, and I've seen a lot of people around my neighborhood about make the same mistake. So as you can see, we've got Honeywell. I do not recommend Honeywell because if you're in New Zealand, they are a Chinese-based company. So if you are in Australia or New Zealand, I don't recommend getting Honeywell at all, as sometimes they can be unreliable, such as BLVG. I don't know what that one is. A Bullet Black Red. I don't know what that one is. That one looks a little bit sketchy with design. Also another Honeywell scooter. This one is very sketchy. It's a kid's one. However, it's from a place called Kiwi Hoverboard, and I really don't like that place. However, it's not a good scooter, and something like an unbranded scooter, I closely do not recommend. There's just thousands of Honeywell scooters. Razor, I probably wouldn't recommend anymore. Just because the reliability on Razor scooters, I don't see a point of return. I basically only see Segways, InMotion scooters, and Xiaomi. So these are basically all your options here for brands, basically. So you got three brands. You got one here. So you got Xiaomi, Segway, and also you got InMotion, like I said before. Now, Xiaomi doesn't make these type of scooters. Navi, which is also really good. Check out Navi. They also make really good scooters as well. So if you don't have any of these scooters, around, you also got Navi as an option. But I still don't recommend Honeywell or any type of sketchy other type of scooters. Now, let's get on to price. Now, pricing is very good unless you have a really cheap budget. So, example, if you're like a student or you're something else, to return. Let's just say you got a really tight budget, but you want to get to school as fast as you can. Now, this is a really good option. So, as you can see here, I will convert all the prices on the right side for overseas people. So we got the Xiaomi, which is $7.99. This is the newest one, the Xiaomi Electric Scooter 5. Here's the US pricing for it. And then we also have the Segway Electric Scooter, $1699. And then coming up down here, we have $149 for the Xiaomi Pro 5. The N9Bot E2, that one's also really good, $649. InMotion Air, $849. And the Xiaomi Electric Scooter Elite, $749. Xiaomi scooters are cheap, however they also are really reliable for first time people. So if you do want to get yourself an electric scooter but you're on a tight budget and you want something that's really good, I would recommend Xiaomi for this one, as they are also really good with budget. They are also budget friendly, they make good quality scooters, and it's just reliable Xiaomi scooters as well. And I like Xiaomi scooters because I've ridden in a Xiaomi scooter for how many years? About almost 3 years. And the reliability is good. Now, there's a common issues with the stem. However, if you do hear the stem creaking, it's not a big worry. It's just normal on all different types of electric scooters. Alright, next up we have speed. Now, speed is one of the most crucial things ever, because you want something that can go up, and you also want something that, you want something fast. If you're a first time person, I would recommend you probably do go on the second or first mode, whatever it has. For Xiaomi scooters, probably be the second mode. I do recommend the second mode, and then once you get used to it, you can go to sport mode, which will take it up to one of these following speed. And as you can see, that will happen, and then you can always get used to it. I do recommend at least getting a scooter up to like 20 kilometers to 30 kilometers. Those are really good types of electric scooters for first-time buyers. So what I recommend for an electric scooter, as at least if you want 20 kilometers up to 30, so 20 to 30 range kilometers of speed would be the perfect type for a beginner, even for a student, a child, anyone. It would be really good for first-time electric scooter riders. Next up, the motor. The motor is the most crucial bit because this relies on weight, hill climbs, and just torque. So basically, if you are a heavy rider, I would probably recommend more torque / motor wattage. So basically, this is a Xiaomi electric scooter 5. I'll show you here. So this is the Xiaomi electric scooter 5. I'm looking at this place called BB Tech, which is in New Zealand. But however, this is a maximum speed of 25. However, but you want to rely on power. So power you got here is 700 watts of max power, which is also really good considering it has a lot of power. You've got nice steep hills, and you also give you a nice quality comfort it can get. So as you can see, this one's a rear wheel drive, so the minimum of 350 watts, provide more power, accelerating uphill, so that means you get 350 for the lowest volts, and coming up here we also have 700 watts of max power. Something around there, around that range, would be really good if you're a heavy rider. If you're a light rider, maybe get something a little bit smaller, for example a Segway electric scooter. We'll see up here, we'll just do the E2, because the E2 is also really good as well. The E2 has a 250 watt motor in the front, and I believe at back, I believe in the maximum, let's just see here. So it looks like it does have a 250 watt max motor, just because this is the budget version, 678, pretty good. So around that range, if you're a nice light rider, 250 watts or something around there would be really good. But if you're a heavy rider, about 350 to 700 watts. Also coming up next, we also had suspension. Now suspension is not that necessary on an electric scooter, but if you want something that's really comfortable but you have bumpy roads, a suspension is really good, even if it's dual motor. Coming back here on the Xiaomi electric scooter 5, as you can see here, we'll just get a nice photo real quick. As you can see in the front, it has suspension at the front, which is what I call front fork suspension, and that basically just should reduce the bump. So basically, if you're driving a car, this would probably be about the same thing, but less. Just that suspension is really good if you are in a bumpy area with concrete. If you want rough concrete, there you go. So basically suspension, if you have a bumpy sidewalk, bumpy road, if you're kind of driving roads, cycleways, anywhere like that, there's your option right there. So as you can see, suspension, if you want any, take it and go, basically. Coming up next, we also have tires. Tires are a crucial role to these scooters as well, because there are such as tubeless tires, air-filled tires with a tube in it, and solid tires or hollow tires with no tube, however it's solid right in smack in the middle. So basically, if you want a scooter like that, somewhere around air-filled tires is the most recommended option, or tubeless, or air-filled tires. A lot of people do use solid tires. Even as an e-scooter owner as me, I use solid tires for my scooter. If you do buy a Xiaomi scooter, you do get air-filled tires, but if you get punctures around your area, if you keep getting tire punctures, especially with Xiaomi scooters and other electric scooters that are hard to replace, it can be really stressful for you, as you probably need about 3 tire levers and a screwdriver to try to fit it in. Solid tires are easy to mount, however you do need to heat them up in the microwave, oven, or boiling water. Boiling water is the best idea. And also solid tires are puncture proof, however they do slip on the rim, but I haven't seen that happen to me. I've been basically stress riding it with my one as well, taking sharp corners at the last minute basically sometimes, and basically the tire doesn't slip off. So probably whatever you're using to replace a tire, or how your factory manufactured it, such as WD-40, or they just use dish soap as some people use. It does depend what tires you get, and you also do need the right size as well. But if you do want something that's nice and comfortable, air-filled tires are the right option. But however, if you want something that's bumpy and you want something that's puncture proof, solid tires are good. Solid tires usually appear on cheaper scooters. Here's one on Amazon, but around the price range of $200, you're gonna expect at least get solid tires, to be honest, and you're not gonna go anywhere else than that. And some electric scooters, they have solid at the rear, while they have air-filled tires in the front, which can be really confusing if you do buy a tire, as it would be more expensive as it's not in a bundle. And yeah, so basically, if you want something that's really comfortable, solid tire, not solid tires, air-filled tires or tubeless tires are the right way to go. Alright, last thing, battery. Now, battery is the most crucial role as well, especially if you're a heavyweight rider, like I said before. You want something that is long range. Now, range does depend on weather, weight, what type of terrain you're riding on, and what speed you're riding on. Now for me, I am an eco person on an electric scooter. I want the most range, I want to have fun all day, I want to go all day, and that's basically what I'm trying to do on my Xiaomi Pro 2. However, it's winter here at the moment, and I've seen a 5k drop, 2k drop around there, and I have to charge it more frequently, which does suck. However, I can still ride it, just because it's freezing as well. That is just, yeah. So basically, if you do want something that has a battery, if you're a lightweight rider, probably have about 40 to 30 kilometer battery. That can also get you anywhere. If you're a long range rider, you can probably try 50 to 60 or 45 like I do. If you're a heavyweight rider, probably do around 60 or 55. Probably around there, and your real range will probably be about 40 or 45. Probably not the type you want to see on an electric scooter, but hey, it also does depend on speed, weight, and what type of terrain you're riding. Yeah, so this is it of an electric scooter guide. If this video has helped you, do comment down below, and if I haven't made a mistake in this video, please do let me know. I also have a podcast and a bunch of other social media links down below. I have launched my new podcast. That should be releasing a new video anytime soon. I'm still wondering if I should make one. And social media links are down in the description. I am available on Threads, Instagram, Facebook, X, and here on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching this guide. In the next video, we're going to show you what kind of accessories should you get for your scooter once you do buy an electric scooter. But anyway, toodles!
Artlist.io